Big Boss vs. Peace Walker.
Isn't me until I've started to shoot her.
It's calculating ballistic trajectory. Once that's finished, it's all over. Snake, you've got to destroy the platform. You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke.
Self-defense system online. 1 minute to launch. Firing rocket launcher. Firing rocket launcher. Firing rocket launcher. Commencing reignition. 30 seconds to launch.
We're running out of time. It's about to launch. Hurry! It's gonna launch. Do something!
Self-defense mode. Face me. Gun engaged. Firing rocket launcher. Launching S-mines. Firing tail missiles. Launching S-mines. Flamethrower engaged. Engaged.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Firing tail missiles.
I don't know why the heck they choose this music track for this boss fight. There's nothing glorious about this deal. Ridiculous. I wonder what that side health bar is all about.
Initializing nuclear launch sequence. Launch engine. Opening missile hatch.
It's going back into nuclear launch mode. Stop her, Snake!
Self-defense mode.
Never mind.
Flamethrower engaged. Firing rocket launcher. Flamethrower engaged.
They've okayed the
Defiance. Retaliate. Charging. Jump engage. Firing rockets on. launch.
It's going back into nuclear launch mode. Stop for a sec.
Firing rocket launcher. Switching to self-defense mode. Freeze. Firing rocket launcher.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Firing rocket launcher. Jump engaged. Firing drill missiles. Firing rocket launcher. Jump engaged. Flamethrower engaged. Freeze.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Launching S-mines.
See, now it's gone aggressive on us.
Jump engaged. EM pulse at maximum. Firing drill missiles. Retaliate.
giving me another chance to set up.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Jump engaged. Initializing nuclear launch sequence. Launch angle set.
Hey, who called that?
1 minute to launch.
You have to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke!
Switching to self-defense mode. Jump engaged.
Yep, there she is. Oh no, she's walking away. Come on, give me something good here.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Firing rocket launcher. Firing rocket launcher.
back again? There, now maybe this will send me a ration or two, huh?
Okay, your request.
I'm gonna eat a mate too.
Be sent out shortly.
fast. Shit. Yep, 10% health. We got this. Oh shit, it's preparing. Time to get to the only safe zone on the map, which we discovered through trial and error.
Jump engaged.
Hell.
Freeze.
Can't be serious. Oh, fucking... I forgot about that.
Firing rocket launcher. Launching S-mines.
Oh wait, it stopped doing that, which means I can shoot it. Or maybe not. I wanted to shoot you.
Firing rocket launcher.
Damn it, fired the rocket launcher. Gotta get out of here. That didn't work out so well.
They located the request for support.
It's my last one.
Box as we speak.
Jump engaged.
What the hell is it bouncing to?
Freeze.
No. Thanks for making yourself vulnerable. Peace Walkers down! Peace Walkers down! Is there any point in ripping out its CPU at this point?
It stopped moving. Snake, you did it! You stopped the launch!
Huey, how's NORAD?
Not good!
BMUS continues to track the targets on radar.
DSP satellite status is green. Still assessing as reliable.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, a representative of the Secretary of Defense and Congress have arrived at NMCC.
You've
What?
only damaged the drive system. The data uplink's still intact.
Oh, so
We've
we do
got
have to rip
1,500
out
Soviet
CPU.
ICBMs crossing the North Pole. Target region is confirmed as the west coast of the United States.
Go to DEFCON 2. Prepare to launch ICBMs.
How do I make it stop?
Peace Walker is a fully autonomous system. Unlike the other machines you fought, its command authorities are all located inside its cerebrum, the mammal pod.
We've got to stop the mammal pod. I don't have the abort code either. Coldman was the only one.
Snake, destroy the AI inside the mammal pod. The inner barrier protecting the mammal pod is designed to be as strong as a bomb shelter.
What's it gonna take to get through?
I guess an atomic bomb will do it.
You trying to be funny?
No, I'm telling you, that armor was designed to withstand a nuclear war.
Maybe you can redirect it at the thing.
Decision is on us.
You can't be serious.
There's no way I'm gonna wipe out the human race! This is the President's call.
There's no time for that. We need a decision now.
Huey, call NORAD. We have to tell them the nukes aren't real.
I'll give it a shot.
Forget the order of succession. If we're all going to hell, let's take those bastards with us.
We have 12 minutes to impact, sir.
May God have mercy on our souls.
Jesus. Coldman guessed wrong. They're gonna go through with it!
The platform sustained a lot of external damage. All we need is some pressure.
Pressure?
Sink it in the lake. With that much water pressure, even the tiniest crack should be enough to flood the innards. The AI pod is a mass of highly sensitive electronics. Short the contacts and the signal will stop.
How much does that thing weigh?
500 tons.
It's hopeless.
Wow.
We can't move that thing.
Get NORAD on the phone.
Incoming MIRV warheads have separated.
Estimated time to impact now, 11 minutes.
Sir, we've got a call.
The President?
No, sir.
Then who?
He,
Spit it out!
he claims to be Big Boss. Big Boss? Patch him through.
Mr. Chairman, I'll get straight to the point. Cancel the retaliatory strike now.
What?
The radar blips you're seeing are all fakes. No one's launched any nukes.
How do you know?
The launch data is fake, part of an experiment that leaked. You weren't supposed to receive it. Your radar is showing missiles that don't exist.
If you're lying, then we've got 10 minutes till we're toast. We have to retaliate or more Americans die.
The experiment was planned and executed by the CIA station chief in Central America.
Then put him on!
He's dead. I can give you his name, though.
We need more than the authentication code you gave the switchboard. We need proof you're actually Big Boss. Do you have any?
All right. If you know the name Big Boss, then maybe you were there at the ceremony when I received the title from President Johnson.
Indeed I was.
We don't have time for this bullshit!
Hold it! Let's hear him out. You were saying?
Ooh, swearing.
At the ceremony, the DCI tried to shake my hand. I refused. What happened in that room is classified, top secret. Only a handful of people would know.
He's making it up! Don't listen to him!
Wait! Why did you refuse to shake his hand?
Because I knew where my loyalty belonged.
Everybody, listen to me! Those Soviet missiles are fakes!
What? You're actually going to believe him?
He's
Of course we are.
This is some sort of
We're
Tommy
doing
trick.
awesome.
It's the real Big Boss. Trust me.
How can you know for sure?
Because I was the Army Chief of Staff back then, and I was standing right next to the DCI when it happened. I saw everything. You saved us all, Big Boss. We'll stand down the alert.
Thank you.
When we meet again, I hope you'll shake my hand. What are you doing?
Sorry, Chairman, but we are not standing down!
What the hell?
Those worthless sacks of...
Wait.
Jack. Oh, it's opening.
What?
She's calling to you.
Destroy the mammal pod and the data will stop flowing.
Please, stop her.
Woo, getting in the thing, getting in the thing.
I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss.
I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today, just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then, what is an enemy? Is there such thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing. There never has been. And the
I've got 4 minutes to rip out this entire thing.
They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. Philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose, and with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cuba's, they are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family. Latest 10 minutes of our lives. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. Is my life. I gave it, and my children. Brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
What?
You're left inside me now, waiting for you. Kill me. Kill me.
I'm trying to.
Do it. I may no longer be able to bear child fear, but I still have. Shall we walk through the rain plane of speed operation? Minutes of our lives is equal to 3.254637369888888888888. My child escaped from my country for a long time.
My controller's being finicky, so I gotta move here now.
For one boss and one snake. I may no longer be able to bear child fear. I is power to 3.254637369888888. Minutes of our lives. All this. And my child is the one I'd had for a long time.
Why does it do that?
Inside me now. Shall we walk through the rainy plain of sorrow?
Shit, you can start feeling that stuff.
It is. The family is. Come about not free. Let's make this the 10 minutes of our lives. Listening to me. All that's left for them to take.
Great, now it's speaking Japanese.
I no longer be able to bear child fear, but I still have commence the operation. Let's make this 2 minutes of our lives. Listening to me. All that's left for them to take is my life.
You're done.
And my child.
You're done, the boss.
Valid data regions. 0. Exit all done.
It stopped.
The data uplinks bypassing the mammal pod.
Put down the gun! Come to your senses, man! The fate of the world, the fate of the Earth is at stake here! Why?
Because Coldman has to win.
Answer me! Tell me why!
You just ripped out it in its entirety.
6 minutes remaining.
Wait. Authority rests with me now. I'm ordering a retaliation!
No! Don't! It's the end of us all!
Who gives a damn? I'm not gonna sit here and die like a dog!
If the Russians
What the hell is wrong with everybody?
Destroy my country, I'm taking them with me!
You see now, Chairman. Deterrence is just a fool's dream! Why? Why won't it stop?
Sometimes the body continues to live even after the brain is damaged. The boss AI isn't doing this. I think it's something rather more primitive.
Reptile has taken up Mammal's dying wish.
Reptile?
Stop it! Don't just sit there! Stop it!
What the hell are you doing?
Entering terminal phase.
Snake, you have to stop that data from being sent.
So what's left? Stop it! Stop it! I guess only it's only a little tougher then. thing could take a lot of punishment. Bloody bullets. Who the hell cares? It's dead in the water. Yeah, it has no CPU, but who the hell cares? It's gone.
180 seconds. 175 seconds. 170 seconds. 165 seconds.
How are you still functioning?
160 seconds.
You've lost your AI CPU. The other one exploded. And the entire machine is gone.
60 seconds. 105 seconds.
It is impossible for this thing to continue moving. It's done. Peace Walker no longer functions as a robot. What the hell? I think it's lost its mind. Mammal pod, what is wrong with you? You don't have a CPU anymore. How are you even doing anything?
Boss.
That voice. What?
What's going on?
That song.
Boss. Is that you?
How in the...
It's impossible. It has long sensed functionality in the death of anything.
She's drowning herself to stop the transmission.
Look!
It's functional compensation. When the human brain is damaged, sometimes it recovers over time. Other parts of the brain take over the functions of the damaged parts.
Are you saying
Mammal
that...
and reptile were patterned after different parts of the human brain. When those
Yeah, but
parts
reptile
were assembled together
exploded
into
and the other one doesn't have a
they
name.
must have become capable of functional compensation.
What? How is that even humanly possible? Well, reptile has the CPU because we didn't do that. And
Memories.
the mammal pod doesn't.
Is this her answer? The song.
It's clearly not thinking rationally. It's not using its head. It's using its heart.
Oh, shut up, Huey.
She chose for herself.
It's a frickin' robot! It probably just entered in an error command and frickin' walked.
Do you hear it, Snake? Do you hear the boss's song?
You saw it, didn't you? When you went to space, that there's beauty outside of battle. At last, I understand. In the end, it was you who put down your gun and chose instead to sing. They can all hear you. I know they can.
Sure.
And your will shall surely live on. That's what you wanted. So much that you gave up everything you had.
And everything you gave her.
Isn't that right? And still, all you can do is sing. There's no peace to be found anywhere. And so, we can only keep on hoping.
You tossed it?
Hoping for the illusion we call peace.
Well, that probably makes more sense to what I'm thinking of right now, but who cares? Peace Walker has been completely destroyed along with its nuclear threat against the world. What's left? Scoreboard time. Gameplay. Okay, so this is another unique boss fight, but just because something breaks with the established boss standard of a game doesn't mean it was done with good intentions, but this final boss really needed to be that terrifying monstrosity type in order to truly finish off the story even with the nuclear launch sequences that takes you out of the fight in order to shove you into the story. Again, this fight filled all of its points of necessity, but that doesn't mean it's built to please or to be something that can be looked forward to. It's just what it needs to be, and that's appreciated for doing just that. See, the issue I have with this fight is that one, Peace Walker has the ability to go into the background of the arena where you were not allowed to go in order to launch the same pathetic rocket launcher attacks, and I did like these portions because they were basically free resupplies a la Emperor Ing. But on the other hand, you have only small windows of attack in these parts, and it involves a hell of a timing requirement, like when you try to yell at someone to keep the elevator open. But if you do get it right, she lets open a huge window for a couple of easy rocket shots to the AI core. After about 5 minutes behind the scenes, she comes back to the regular battlefield where she can pull some stupidly easy attacks or some complete F-bombs to drop on your head. Just like its first battle, it kept the rocket launchers that are easily ran around, even more so when you were actually too close to Peace Walker for the rockets to turn around and strike you. It kept the S-mines too, but they're not so easily attacked due to bad camera angles, and the flamethrower returns, which will completely wreck your shit if you find yourself under the robot. However, its new attacks include just regular stomps, which hurt like hell if you are unlucky enough to be attacked, drill missiles that are easily taken care of with a couple of bullets as long as you get to them in time, a laser that it blasts after charging up in order to make you stick still, which is unfair at best because the QTE to avoid it is unresponsive. It also gets the ability to leap into the sky into a random location, which will most likely be on your face during the later parts of the fight. But here's my main gripe with Peace Walker when it jumps into the background and charges up its electromagnetic core, because this is when it initializes its charging attack. Peace Walker will jump and then signal out that it's beginning preparations for a charge, along with its core just being a good signal for the attack. It also allows slow-moving projectiles to get caught in the field and then thrown back at the player for big damage. But here's the kicker. During the charge, Peace Walker will switch into a sliding tackle, and unless you are in one of the incredibly specific areas where you won't get hit, this one attack will steal 2 rations worth of health. 2 rations gone in one attack. What the fuck, guys? Other than that, this thing has high health to the point where a good attempt will be about 20 minutes, dropping you off at the first nuclear launch stop at the start of the fight. Fortunately, the rocket launcher works well on the AI core for high damage, but still takes a lot of ammunition to bring this thing down, along with the nuclear launches being easily stopped by machine gun fire, allowing for some easy pod shots when Peace Walker is focusing, so there's some eases of difficulty to make this sort of manageable, I guess. Okay, last part of this fight is a section which by rights shouldn't exist because all you do in this portion is look at the completely broken down robot trying to reboot from the mammal pod, and all you do to it is just lay waste to the AI core. I personally put 300 bullets into the thing, causing 37 explosions, which you saw beforehand, and that was kind of fun, but the length just made no sense, and really this whole section makes nearly 0 sense since Mammal Pod is trying to reboot after getting its CPU ripped out completely. But for being the necessary high challenge at the end of a long-ass mission and delivering on its obligations, I'm willing to give Peace Walker an 8 1/3 Triforces for its game mechanics. Story. This fight seems a bit strange at this point because both Zadornov and Coldman have been killed, with the only reason that this fight exists as written is just to have a reason to beat up the robot, that it needs to not exist at all for this world's safety and for Big Boss to finish the mission. The bad guys have been completely stopped, so why does this need to exist? Couldn't we have just left it there to be dismantled by the American government? I guess not. During the fight, Peace Walker is still receiving the data from Coldman about a nuclear launch from Mother Base and is launching according to its deterrence programming from America's Nicaragua military base, so periodically Big Boss needs to deal with that part of the scripting or it results in an instant death. After the fight, though, is when things start taking on a different tone because the last thing in the first leg of this fight is Big Boss tearing out Mammal Pod's CPU completely, leaving it unable to function. However, during the second part, Mammal Pod is still sending out instructions for the derelict robot to continue functioning, and Big Boss is told to destroy the AI core completely in order to stop the data and the American launch, so we do that, and then the weirdest thing happens. Mammal Pod and the AI core, having its CPU and shell destroyed respectively, actually merge together into a functional team-up that allows Peace Walker to take the memory from Mammal Pod, play another song, and walk into the ocean, destroying the nuclear threat altogether as Mammal Pod's final selfless act by sacrificing itself for the greater good. Strangelove finds her answers, and Big Boss actually feels betrayed by this action, calling it a disgrace to the boss's memory as a soldier. I actually liked the AI cores teaming up once I figured out how they were doing it, and in this category I see no reason to not award a 9 1/3 Triforce score. Fun. Now even the best boss fights are going to have their weaknesses in reception, and this is Peace Walker's. I had to fight this thing for nearly an hour because of multiple attempts being stopped by complete fuck you attacks, especially the previously highlighted charged slide tackle. Just a big ol' mess that I had to slog through because half the time I'm dealing with a beast that can't defend itself, and then after one half of its health is gone, it is up into my face and wrecking my shit before I can get out a good what the fuck response to it jumping on my head for the 3rd time. As a player, you do really appreciate those lulls in the action in order to get hold of that rarely acquired juxtaposition in boss fights that allow it to be just psychotic enough to not push players to throwing things and writing nasty comment boards. Cough, Jasper Bat Jr., unconvincing cough. I liked having the challenge, but I hated just having to deal with it, being another boss that only receives a positive reaction after the fact. Like Raging Raven, but a lot more because it didn't take so fucking long. The fight's peaks and troughs really balance each other out into this giant monstrosity that has finally become the difficult moment of gameplay that really needed to round out the story, but at this point it just feels like work instead of a fun deal, and that's just it. Peace Walker is a boss you have to beat, not want to beat, because there were no moments where Peace Walker was seen just wrecking up stuff to give any catharsis in beating it, since it's just being a tool as per control by Coldman. Well, I'm gonna leave it at that with a 6 1/3 Triforces. Well, I definitely waffled on this robot fight for a while, but for being the final boss of the game, and please put down your hate comments because I will explain what you are about to type in a later episode, it's kind of expected to be a longer take because Peace Walker did so much apart from other bosses, incorporate a lot of different attacks, the battle script was all over the place, did the juxtaposition thing that makes the fight intriguing as a thing since it is so different, it finalized the story well with that second part encapsulating what they were trying to do with the Mammal Pod's characterization, and just ties everything together in a nice ending that sort of made sense and put a little emotion and heart into the moment, which I definitely enjoyed. Peace Walker Revisited got a final score of 24 out of 30 for being the final boss that wasn't afraid to be as difficult as the story needed it to be, incorporating all of the gameplay from the first fight with the story up till now to create this necessary moment for Big Boss to once again save the world from destruction and deal with his lost mentor once and for all, leaving me with a nice emotional feels from what I've done, which is typical for Kojima's commissioned musical moments. But it took a bit too long, which is what arsed it up in implementation, just watering down genuine quality. On the other hand, I can't knock it too hard for that because, again, it was what it needed to be and necessity to do respect for the entire plot. Well, now that Peace Walker has been irreparably destroyed, it's time for the final game review, and with that, I'll leave y'all with a victory for gamers as I go work on it. See you there.